All rise.
I want viewers watching my show to believe in themselves.
Judge Hatchett is compelling,
It's not worth it. She needs to be worthy of you.
compassionate,
I don't want you to give up on your dreams. I don't. And I want to figure out how we get this straight.
she's powerful,
Absolutely not. How dare you do that?
and she's on the bench.
Both of you all that did wrong, we will stand adjourned.
You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. Phoenix Esther is suing Jessica Takata in the amount of $2,100. Ms. Esther claims her friends agreed to take a trip to Tulum for her birthday, but says Ms. Takata canceled 2 days before they were supposed to go.
Plaintiff is suing you for some $2,300 about this trip that just went all crazy, it sounds. So why is it necessary that you're coming in to sue her?
Yes, so today I am here because I am suing Jessica for $2,100 for a vacation rental fee that she owes me. For so long, Jessica has been a mooch off of so many of her friends and abusing so many of her friends' generosity. We understand that Jessica has been really struggling financially. So here and there, we've covered her rent.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Her friends and I.
Okay, so is there a group, a specific group? How many?
It's about a friend group of 4.
Okay, so friend group of 4, including Jessica?
Yes.
All right, so there must be a backstory. So how long have you all known each other?
So we've been friends since freshman year of college, and at the time we were roommates, and she was the typical person that I normally wouldn't really be friends with.
Why not?
You can just tell we just had different backgrounds in status, especially in finance, and so I was a little intimidated by her at first, but we have grown to love each other and support each other in all the ways, and so that's how our friendship began. And so I initially came in college really broken. My mom died of cancer at 18, and
Oh my, I'm so sorry to hear that.
thank you. Sorry, it's okay. And so I had to kind of take on the financial burden to help my widowed dad and to help my 2 siblings who were just in middle school, entering high school. So I was working. I was a full-time student on top of that, working and trying my best to really keep up my end of the family. So the first person who I confided in about my financial struggles was Phoenix, and we really did connect on that. And so we did have that deep interpersonal relationship with each other where I felt like she understood a lot of my financial background and my struggles even after college. And so for her to sue me up here right now is just, I just feel like the rug was just pulled under me, and she knows I don't have the financial bandwidth to be here right now, and so I just kind of feel, I don't know, lost.
What was this trip about?
Yes, Your Honor. So I was about to turn 25. So about a month ago, one of my good friends came to me and told me, hey, look, I went to Tulum for my birthday. Look at all these beautiful pictures. Look at what I did. Look at this villa I stayed at. And I kind of got the idea that that might be a good idea for my 25th birthday.
And they went where?
Tulum. And I was like, I need to tell my friends in the group chat about this trip, and we need to make a thing of it.
And so we're still talking about the group of 4.
The group of 4.
All right.
So
you say, okay, in this group chat, look, I'm turning 25. I think we should go on this trip. And then what happened?
Everyone agreed to go. Everyone agreed to go.
I would like to interject that I did not completely agree to go.
What do you mean you didn't completely agree to go?
At the time, I had a good, stable job that was paying well enough for me to afford all her luxurious adventures. Ever since college, you know, she did grow up with wealth, so she in a sense, she flaunted a lot of her wealth and had all these excursions and
Your
activities.
Honor, I never flaunted my wealth.
Okay, but I had gotten laid off from that job. Because of inflation and everything, there was a massive layoff, and I immediately, when I knew that I got laid off, I had texted in the chat that I specifically said, I don't know if I can go on this trip anymore. So
Did you say I can't go on the trip?
I said, I don't know.
I don't know. Now,
Yes.
why did you say I don't know as opposed to I can't?
Well, I didn't want to completely cancel the idea of me being able to go. It's my friend's 25th birthday.
But how are you going to pay for it if you just gotten laid off?
I was going to find my way. I was going to find, I do nanny and I babysit on the weekends. I thought maybe.
Your Honor,
Yes.
a lot of finding your way is relying on the help of her 3 other friends to pay for her. And that's what the trend has shown.
So now, that was just what I was getting to, too, that now she says, I don't know. What was your reaction to the message, I don't know if I can afford to go now?
Because of the history that we've had with her, I knew that I don't know really means that she's going to come to me with a sob story about what had happened, and she's going to find a way to make us pay for her as she has before.
Coming up on The Verdict with Judge Hatchett.
And why are you in today, in my courtroom, suing her for the $2,100?
I'm trying to teach her a lesson about being a grown adult.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Phoenix Esther, who is suing Jessica Takata for $2,100.
And this has happened before.
Absolutely.
This has happened before?
I don't recall.
Oh, you don't
ever.
recall?
No.
How
I do
convenient not to recall at this point. All right, so now we're in the situation. At what point did it become clear that she was not going to go?
It became clear that she wasn't going to go when 2 days, I repeat, 2 days before the trip, she gave me a call and said, I can't go.
Did you do that 2 days before the trip?
Well, the little backstory before that call.
Oh, yeah, there must be a backstory.
Yes.
Okay.
So once I had clarified that I didn't know if I could go or not, it wasn't a yes, it wasn't a no. I wanted to find a way, and I never had any conscious thought of my friends paying for me. Everybody offered. Everybody had wanted me to go, so they had initially said that they were going to support me and that they were gonna pay for part of my expenses of this trip, that they knew that it was going to be out of my price range. I told them initially I didn't want to go if it was going to be any sort of financial burden on them. I specifically had mentioned that I will not attend this trip.
Okay, so how far in advance was that before the 2-day notice?
That was about maybe a week or so before.
So a week or so before, you said, I don't know if I can pull this off.
Yes.
And you're saying that the other people, now we're talking about 4 people in this group.
Yes, including Phoenix.
Including Phoenix. Did all 3 of them say, hey, we're going to pitch in to help you out?
Yes.
All 3?
All 3.
Phoenix, what happened?
We completely offered to pick up the pieces, as we always do, because we felt bad for her.
All right. So then why are you in today in my courtroom suing her for the $2,100?
I'm trying to teach her a lesson about being a grown adult. She can't always rely on people to pick up the pieces time and time again and to never pull her end of the favor.
So, but Phoenix, this is what I want to try to get to. You can't have it both ways. Either you're going to agree to pay, or you're going to say, no, we're not paying, and we are not going to pay for your trip. I'm going to teach you a lesson. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, all right, we're going to agree, but yet I want to teach her a lesson. So something happened in between that conversation and the 2 days when she said she wasn't going, and that's the piece of a case that's missing that I don't understand.
And that piece, that very important piece, is that Naomi and Madison came to me and said we should pitch in and pay for Jessica's part of the trip. I said okay.
All right.
Then I went to Jessica and I said, this is what we're thinking of doing. You really want to go on this trip. You asked us to help you. Naomi and Madison thought of the idea. Here's the idea. We're going to pay for the trip for you, but you have to pay us back. That is that middle piece that was missing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
I agreed to pay them back eventually once I found a new job. So at the time, I agreed, yes, let's go, until 2 days later, I get a text bill from Phoenix with the receipt of the villa and $2,100 that I needed to pay up front with her. So I was really confused as to why.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's the missing piece. So you were supposed to pay the $2,100 up front. Your understanding was that they were going to front the money and that you were going to pay it on the back end.
Yes, and we agreed that after I have found a secure job and that I feel financially stable enough.
So Phoenix, what changed? I mean, you said we're going to give you the money, she's going to pay you back, but then she gets a text from you saying this money is due. Did you say you mean literally it was due then, that day?
Yes.
Why?
We're just trying to show Jessica that she has been taking advantage of our kindness for far too long, and we're done with her antics.
Ah. So you then say, I'm not going on the trip.
So I initially texted Madison what happened, what happened to our deal. It just kind of flew out of the window. And so she basically said, this is you and Phoenix's problem, but basically Phoenix had told Madison and Naomi that they shouldn't pay for my portion because she wanted to teach me a lesson. So I called her, I had a civil conversation with her asking what happened. I don't understand what changed. And basically, she lectured me on how I need to be personally responsible for my actions, and that if I wanted to go on this trip, that I needed to find my money, find a way to get there in 2 days, which is far too short of a notice.
Coming up.
Did she call you to tell you she couldn't go because you demanded all of the money up front?
No, she just called me to tell me that all of a sudden she couldn't go.
That is not true.
You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Phoenix Esther, who is suing Jessica Takata for $2,100.
But then you all agreed that she could go and that she would pay you back eventually. I mean, that's what you said to me. And then something changed, and you then said 2 days, right? 2 days before the trip.
2 days before the trip, she called me to tell me that she could not go.
But did she call you to tell you she couldn't go because you demanded all of the money up front?
No, she just called me to tell me that all of a sudden she couldn't go.
That is not true.
That is literally what happened.
No, I literally called you after I spoke with Madison about how you guys were not going to pay for my trip. I asked you what happened to the deal, and then you proceeded to lecture me about my financial situations, about how I need to get my life together.
Because you do.
So you ended up not going on the trip?
I didn't want to go on a trip where someone's going to belittle me for my financial status.
Phoenix, I don't think it's fair at this juncture. I think that the appropriate thing would be, if you didn't want her to go on the trip, should have said, look, you're not going. And to basically agree that she could go on this trip, and her understanding being that she was going to have to pay for it later, I think is reasonable. I do. What I don't think is reasonable is for you to get up right to the edge and say, you know what, I want this money, we're going to teach you a lesson, and if you're going to go on this trip, I want the money right now.
Coming up.
Sometimes I can't go because I can't.
You tell me you can't go, but you still show up.
Because you force me to.
She doesn't force you. You're a grown woman. Stop
I've
saying
never
that.
forced you to go.
Hush.
You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Phoenix Esther, who is suing Jessica Takata for $2,100.
Your Honor, I'd like to provide another example of a time when Jessica was mooching off of us, if you wouldn't mind. So there was a time when we all planned on going to brunch at the Four Seasons Hotel. And we all went to brunch at this hotel that she suggested that we go to, even though when we got there, when the bill came out, she decided to tell us that she doesn't have her debit card on her. that is the kind of friend that she has been this entire time. So why wouldn't I be frustrated with her?
I understand. I understand. I think that there was an expectation that she would pay you all back at some point, and at the last minute you decide to teach her a lesson. But let this be a lesson to both of you. You know, did you suggest the Four Seasons? For brunch? What?
I loosely did.
You loosely did.
I had a spreadsheet of all the hotels that we could have gone to, and it was in the options. And so I let them pick.
Did you hear yourself? You let them pick. You went to the Four Seasons. They picked, all right? They picked, but you went to the Four Seasons. Did you not go to the Four Seasons?
Yes.
Did you go to the Four Seasons knowing that you couldn't pay?
I knew I could pay. I actually did leave my debit card at home.
How soon after you got home did you pay them back? You never paid them back.
No, I did.
You never paid me back.
I paid Madison and Naomi back. I just forgot to pay you.
But I'm the person who paid for your bill.
You guys split the 3 cards.
I covered your bill.
This is a problem. This is a problem. You can't live above your means, even with your friends. You can't. You just can't do it.
And I've tried to distance myself, ma'am. I did. But Phoenix kept pulling me back. She keeps doing, every time I would hang out with her, she's like, "It's okay, girl. It's fine."
I'm trying to be sympathetic to your struggles and your needs.
Exactly, but when you see me pull back, when I tell you, I'm sorry, I can't go to brunch, I really don't. I always tell you, there's sometimes I can't go because I can't.
You tell me you can't go, but you still show up.
Because you force me to.
She doesn't force you. You're a grown woman. Stop saying that.
I've never forced you to go.
Hush.
Judge Hatchett's verdict when we return. You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett.
You wanted to be in the crowd. You wanted to be, and you wanted to be cool. You wanted to be fly.
No one was forcing you to be a certain way.
But you can't make me, I just feel like.
I never made you do anything.
No, I know you never made me do anything. It's just, it's hard to
say no.
Say no.
But that's
and also,
something that you need to work on by yourself.
Enough. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly, I do.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm not going to enter an order for the $2,100. I think there was a little bit of not a little bit, I think there was one deal on the table, and then you pulled it off last minute, didn't give her time to react or even say, let me try to get a payment plan or something going on. But I think it was not really about the money. I don't think you needed the money so much as you wanted to send a lesson. And I wish you both well. If nothing further, we're standing adjourned.
Your Honor.
Judge Hatchett has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
You heard her. I think we're done.
We're done. And I think that's the end of our friendship.
I cannot agree more.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.